What's your first name? Cat.
Yeah.
Right. And
So
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should be able to bend our thumb, shouldn't we? But this one's not bending properly,
No.
eh?
No.
Right. So just rest it down, Cat. Okay. Now hands are handling life, and toes and fingers are details. If you've got pain in your fingers and your toes, two things. Number one, the first thing I'd look for is a physical cause. We live in a very toxic world now. When I was growing up, I kid you not, my grandma used sunlight soap for everything. She did it she grated it for the laundry. Everything was sunlight soap. She'd wash everything down with sunlight soap and water, that was it. She would use a little bit of bleach for the outside drain. Look at all those chemicals we have now. Mr. Muscle, pregnant women can't use it. We've got over 80,000 chemicals now in the home that weren't there 3 generations ago. That's staggering, isn't it? Most of them have not been tested on humans. Yeah? There's that one, I'll have to be careful what I call it, but there's one that's, I'll have to go on camera to talk about it. No, I'm going to talk about it. It says spray and wipe. All right? Now when you read it, it says spray, leave so many minutes, rinse and then wipe. But that's a lot of a title, isn't it? Yeah, so they call it spray and wipe, and how many people think that's all they've to do? But you're leaving chemicals on the surface, and I'll explain this to you about chemicals. Why am I talking about window cleaning? Who likes cleaning windows? I love cleaning windows, and I'll tell you why. I only ever use water. All right. Now, back in my grandma's day, they used newspaper. The old newspaper print was brilliant. Yeah? But now we've got all these sprays and wipes, and they smear, and you're inside and you're outside, yeah? The healing is still going on while I'm talking about this, yeah? So I only use water, because I've got this amazing cloth, you see. And I know this little secret. When you're cleaning windows, right, 2 things you need to know. When you spray a surface, whether it's a sideboard, a television, a window, with a chemical, the chemical has got a molecule, and part of it is the chemical and part of it is water. And as the water evaporates, the chemical part becomes quite unstable, and then we'll pull to it magnetically dust. Have you ever dusted and noticed the dust comes straight back?
Yes.
That is why. Yeah? If you dust without a spray, it won't. Yeah, and it's the same with your windows. Your windows get dirtier when you've just cleaned them, don't they? It's not an imagination, it's because of this chemical molecule. So when you clean with just water, things stay cleaner longer. If you want to know more about that, catch me at the end. Right, now why am I talking about that? Because, toxins. There are so many toxins now. I tell you what, I've got an oven cleaner that you don't even wear rubber gloves for, you don't need to open a window for. It eats the enzymes, it's incredible. Anyway, ouch, 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 that is starting to hurt my hand. What's happening for you? Just give that thumb a try. That's bending better, isn't it?
Yes.
I think we can get it even better, though. We're only about 10% off where it needs to be, but whatever. But they made my hand hurt, so I've got to rest my hand here now. God knows. My life is an interesting life. Sometimes I go to bed, my partner just nudges me and says, Jeanette, is that you? Yeah, it spoils the old sex life if Dr. Augusto's still in here. Right, so why am I talking about toxins? Fingers and toes. In this world now, we've got vaccines. One day we will realise what really hideously bad science vaccines have been. We're not there yet. But it will happen within the next 10 years. We have got road pollution. We've got air sprays. We've got fly sprays. We've got Roundup on the vegetables, again and again and again. When they grow a lettuce, every 2 or 3 leaves, they spray it with more pesticides. You guys have forgotten what proper lettuce tastes like. Lettuce tastes sweet, not bitter. If you're tasting bitter, that's the pesticides. Remember, we used to eat fruit and it would dribble down our chins. Do you remember?
Yeah.
It doesn't do that anymore, does it? All right, and the juiciness of the fruit is the sweetness and the tastiest. And so what's happening is the fruit's being picked before it's ripe, and it's then not as nutritious for us. Cat's head's going, eh? Yeah, let's give that thumb another go, Cat. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yes, it feels less painful.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Just sit there a bit more because I haven't finished talking. Right, back to the pesticides and chemicals in your body. Right, your human body is, if we go back to the time of Adam and Eve, whenever that might be, if we believe that particular story, be careful. It was designed for a pristine world without cars, without coal, without smog, without Roundup, Monsanto. And your liver often can't cope, so there'll be toxins that you take in. The liver is like a sorting house. It'll do what it can itself, and then it will send the residue to the gallbladder or to the kidneys. And from the gallbladder it goes out in the faeces. From the kidneys it'll go out in your urine. Yeah? But sometimes it just can't cope, and so it has to put this stuff somewhere. It doesn't want it going into the cells. And so it puts it either in the intracellular space around the cells, or it sends it as far as it can from the brain, the heart, the lungs, the vital organs as it can. So you end up with it in your toes and your fingers. You can feel that working, can't you? What's it feeling like for you?
Well, I can feel it right through the shoulder and the
Yeah,
neck.
right the way up. Yeah. So the healing's still happening because my hand's still here. Can you do that this time? Not moving your thumb, just moving the rest of your fingers. Now I've got to come into the head and the neck. That's it, lovely. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. Right, and just close your eyes now and just bring your awareness into your nose and notice the movement of air in and out of the nose. All right, so then it's like, sometimes it's me talking, sometimes it's the surgeon. So I'm talking to you about pesticides, he's talking to you about something else. So your body's got toxins in it, and as you get toxins in your body, you age more. Yeah? Anybody that knows any smokers always have more lines on their faces than people that don't smoke. And it's toxins in their body. Yeah? But if you start getting the toxins out, you start looking younger. You wouldn't think I was 73, would you? I'm not quite that old. Cool. Right, now what's happening, Kat?
I've had a glitch for a long time, and I think you're working on that at the moment.
Working in a glitch, yes.
In the neck.
Yeah.
Which is connected to the thumb.
All right, so one of the things we've got to do is sort out the air that we breathe, the food that we eat, the water that we drink, yeah, the soil that we grow our food in. Yeah, we've got to do that. Otherwise, we are killing ourselves. It's really simple. New Zealand is one of the best places on the planet to live. Yes. I've got this little theory. Jacinda, if you're watching, I reckon the purpose of government is for the government of a country to manage the resources of that country for the benefit of the people in a sustainable way. And if we did that here in New Zealand, none of us would need to work. Because New Zealand is quite resource rich, and one of the resources of New Zealand is, of course, the people. We're actually moving, the human race is going through an evolutionary leap, not a step, an evolutionary leap. It's the equivalent of the dinosaur becoming a bird, and a rock becoming a crystal. That's what's happening. And so a lot of the old ways are going to fall away. A lot of the old ways, the old systems, the old structures are going to fall away. Here in New Zealand, it's going to be pretty cruisy for us. In other parts of the world, it might not be so cruisy because there's a lot of people in a very small place. Not everybody can start growing their own veggies. And we don't necessarily want to all grow our own veggies, do we? But it would be nice if we could all get organic veggies and be freely available. It'd be nice if you turned on the tap and the water was fit to drink. Especially if you live in Christchurch. Basic things. Right, now, with my hand on your neck, it's deliberately on your neck at the moment. I never manipulate, so if ever I touch the body, it is only a touch. Just try that thumb once more. That's a lot better, right?
It is.
Yeah, give her a round of applause.